With the majority of Singaporeans having gone for their jabs, retailers and F&B players are hoping things will start to look up as the Phase 2 heightened alert status slowly gets lifted. For Castle restaurants, the return of diners has been slow, as it usually is when restrictions start to ease.
We hope that things will start looking up and picking up from this weekend onwards. People will go back first to the Japanese places, Korean barbecues, hot pots. These are places that they couldn't have at home.
The heritage brand includes the Swee Kee Eating House at Amoy Street, which shut in May. The absence of the office crowd, manpower issues, and the inability to digitize put an end to the 82-year-old legacy restaurant.
For one whole year, we have been making about 30,000 losses because the volume of the customers and the revenue is just not there, and we have been struggling to pay the rental. The first Phase 2 heightened alert, our sales per day was like only about $200 to $300 per day. You're needing to earn at least a good $2,000 to $3,000 just to really cover all your costs.
Now with 2 outlets of Castle restaurants to run, its owners have since adapted to online food deliveries, looking out for group buys which have helped cover expenses. The restaurant has also added new menu items and started developing ready-to-eat meals and frozen products.
I'm also using this opportunity to try to find different ways of getting money. We are definitely lucky because with our history, with our heritage, a lot of people have heard about us before.
Like Castle, many are starting new ventures amid the pandemic. From January to July of this year, Singapore saw an average of over 5,000 new business registrations per month. But on average, over 4,000 business entities have also ceased operations in the same period, mostly in the professional services, wholesale, and retail trade.
Frontline business margins are, typically around single digits, at best about 10%. The best performing ones are 15%. So when you see sales drop of 50%, 70%, and during circuit breaker it was 100% drop, we get into very immediate and dire financial problems.
To date, at least 10 to 15% of SG Tough's over 1,000 member small business community have closed shop.
I would still foresee 5-10% of shops continue to shut down in the next 6 months, 12 months, depending on whether or not we can continue to open up or if there are further roadblocks.
While the government's rental and wage support schemes have helped, cash flow remains an issue for many enterprises.
Companies that are related to construction, to F&B, tourism, retail, and marine services, they have problems trying to pay their creditors, their employees, meet their overheads, or fulfill contractual obligations. A lot of businesses out there, they are not operating at healthy profit margins. So the more they sell, the more money they lose.
The pandemic has forced a rethink on business viability. And when cost-cutting measures, pivoting online, and finding new investors fail, firms must decide about closing shop.
If they don't see light at the end of the tunnel, putting the company into liquidation earlier at times can help to salvage whatever value there may still be in the businesses and the assets. The longer it drags, the value in these assets will just depreciate further.
For gift retailer Cloche, downsizing its outlets from 6 to 2 has helped it tide over the past year.
The landlord did not offer us a favorable rent. In fact, they asked for increment, so we decided not to renew.
While rent and salaries are a challenge, Cloche is keeping its remaining physical stores running, even as it puts more focus on its online business.
Omnichannel actually helps in the sense that customer can buy online and then have their products picked up at our own stores.
To conserve resources, Klosh has not taken up any bank loans and has opted for a lean team while keeping its sights on the future.
We have more time to reflect on ourselves, on our business, and hopefully we can venture into other overseas market.
Like Klosh, Castle Restaurant is using the time to explore venturing outside Singapore.
We can look at manufacturing our products and scaling up. Singapore brands are doing quite well overseas, especially like in Indonesia, Manila, Philippines, Vietnam, and China.
While Singapore's calibrated easing of COVID-19 restrictions breeds optimism, firms also know they need to be agile.
The new normal is to always expect something to change, some crisis to happen. We are hopeful that as more and more Singaporeans get vaccinated, more and more of them will, be allowed and will come out to shop and to dine and to resume normal activities. So far, we see that the vaccinated strategy has overall helped to improve traffic to our business.